Does Mitt Romney use Just for Men? Does he? Does Mitt Romney use Just for Men? You know what I'm talking about. Just for Men. That stuff they always advertise. You know, you know what I'm talking about. They show ads for it on TV all the time. And that's what Mitt Romney looks like he's been using. It's just for men. He looks like he could be right on the box or the commercial. You know how they always run those commercials, because he looks so fake. It does. I mean, his head looks so fake, Mitt Romney, because it looks like the guy in the commercial, in the Just for Men commercial, who says, a little bit of gray means experience, but I want to go out tonight and get all the ladies, so I don't want too much gray. It's like that. It's like that. He looks like that guy, sort of. It doesn't even look like a real person. He looks like there was somebody else that looked like that. Wasn't there somebody on The Simpsons that looked like that? It had sort of like had a fake looking hair like Mitt Romney has. There was somebody on The Simpsons that was like that too. Or I know what it was. It was like the episode of The Dukes of Hazzard where Boss Hogg kept trying on all those wigs. That's what it's like. Boss Hogg. Remember he had didn't he have like an Elvis wig and a bunch of other wigs that he kept trying on? And he would come along and say, "Oh, hey there," and he'd be wearing a funny wig. Or somebody like that. But he looks weird. And he looks weird anyway, because every time you see a picture of Mitt Romney, he's always smiling like this. That's what he looks like. See, that's the man who thinks he can stop all unemployment. Even though the latest polls show that almost 70% still think the Republicans caused the recession, which is true, they did. But what a disaster of a party. And he's their best hope. But he's probably not even going to get the nomination because he's not right-wing enough for the Republicans. They're going to pick Michelle Bachmann or somebody like that instead. Probably. I mean, I'd be surprised if they pick Romney, because they think Romney's not right-wing enough. That's just how stupid the Republican Party is in general. They think, Romney, he's some liberal. But Mitt Romney is no laughing matter. You can avoid Mitt Romney by not voting for him. But Mitt Romney, what has he ever done in life that's really accomplished anything? I mean, it's not like he's ever had to worry about anything. But I mean, the Republicans in general are like this. And, you know, they've had privileged upbringings. You know, part of the reason they don't understand the economy is because they've never had to deal with it. They've never had to live like most Americans have had to live, like me, for instance. I mean, when I was growing up, my whole house was about the size of a walk-in closet. It was. And a couple of times I remember there was like, this is maybe once or twice we did this. There would be like a new subdivision or something being built where they would show off like the homes and these new houses, like these big, huge houses that they were building in these new subdivisions, and the public would be allowed to like do a walkthrough and stuff. they used to have these. I think one of them was called Homerama. That's what it was called. Homerama. Yeah, that's what it was. Homerama. And it was like, and this was like late 70s, early 80s when they had. This is just when, and this was like before they started building a whole lot of these fall apart mansions like this. So this is sort of a novelty back then. They have these fall apart mansions like this. And we'd visit them, and they would have like multiple bathrooms in the same house. And we're like, wow, we could only imagine that. Because growing up, we had one bathroom. One bathroom. And my mom would always say, if I ever get rich, I'm buying a house with 2 bathrooms. Because the problem was, everybody in the family always had to use the bathroom at the exact same time. That's true. We always had to use the bathroom. I mean, there was 4 people in the household, and we always had to use the bathroom at the exact same time. And then one person would get in the bathroom and hog it for a half hour. And we really, oh gosh, I mean we felt like our bladders were about to explode. Because we all, and I wasn't even the first person to notice everybody had to go at the same time. My mom first noticed it. She said, how come everybody in this house always has to go to the bathroom at the same time? And I'm thinking, yeah, you know what? Mom's right. But we had one bathroom. That was it. One. So finally, when I was a teenager, I finally got fed up with it. So I went out in the backyard and peed out in the backyard near where the crawl space door was. Because I just couldn't stand it anymore. Gosh, I mean, when you gotta go, you gotta go. So I peed in the backyard. I had to. Because the bathroom was being monopolized. So, but Mitt Romney's never had that problem. So I guess he can afford extra bathrooms, and he can afford to buy all that just for men that he probably appears to be using. He's probably had plastic surgery 5 or 6 times. I bet Mitt Romney has had plastic surgery at least once. But everybody's always saying, he is such a handsome man. But he's probably had plastic surgery at least once. But but he looks goofy. He doesn't even look like a real person. Is he a real person? You know, if you've never actually seen Mitt Romney in person before, maybe he's not even real. Maybe he's just a robot. He ought to be in the Just for Men commercial if he loses, which he probably will. It's sort of like how, I mean, it's not like he's really qualified to be president or anything. I mean, because he hasn't done anything. It's sort of, if he loses, he should be in a Just for Men commercial, just like how weren't Ann Richards and Mario Cuomo in a Doritos commercial after they lost? Weren't they? And you know, really, what they should have been doing, instead of Richards and Cuomo appearing in a Doritos commercial, they should have run for, you know, that would have been a good national ticket in 2000. You know that? But instead, they had to have a ticket with Joe Lieberman on it instead. But that would, I mean, think of what a Richards Cuomo ticket, or vice versa. Think of what they would have done to poor little Bush. Just think of what they would have done to him. But see, you look at Wikipedia article about Just for Men, and it doesn't tell us anything legible. It talks about its ingredients: vegetable fatty acid, oleal alcohol, and hydrogen peroxide even. You know, if you don't want to look old, why do you put hydrogen peroxide in your hair? Because wouldn't that just bleach it white?